arrest or whatever. And there's a direct correlation between the increased traffic stops and the reduction of the incidence of crime. In fact, the graphic shows as stops increase, particular crimes go down. When stops, when they reduce or the number of stops, those crimes go back up. So it's a balance between promoting livable neighborhoods, reducing crime, allowing for stable families and communities as compared to these stops. Now, the second point that we make in our statement that there may be some discussion about is we say that, I said in the statement that the primary problem here contributing to this is the high concentration of poverty in the African American community, the intersection of race and poverty. Let's take a community like, say, Montgomery County, Maryland, where you have a diverse community. Blacks live there, large numbers, but everyone makes a decent income. You don't have this type of incident there. You don't have this type of phenomenon where if people were, if we didn't have the highly concentrated poverty that we have, then this problem would not, I think, would not exist in the form that it does. Pretty soon, if we continue to allow concentrated poverty the way it is, everyone will realize that we're just talking about treating symptoms here, not the real problem. I'll give you another example. Say, for instance, let's say we've had incidents of a lot of people getting into fights and assaults on buses, including assaulting bus drivers. Now, I think the majority of those people who have been apprehended by law enforcement are African American, at least according to what I've seen and read in news articles and so forth. Now, we might say there's a disparity there. Given the number of riders on the bus, how come all the people being stopped or apprehended for that are African American? Even perhaps on buses that are downtown on the southwest or on the southwest side, like I think Chris pointed that out about the traffic stops, that even drivers in some other communities are disproportionately African American. Well, if I would submit that it's really a result of the culture of poverty why people are acting out and acting up on buses, even if they are African Americans who happen to be riding a bus downtown or on the south side or somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying these are the only individuals committing those acts, but disproportionately so because of the concentrated poverty. We really need to address the concentration of poverty in our central city. Now, I'm going to mention a couple other things here. To me, and I have some other points, but I'd like to just make this one before I sit down. The disparity, the numbers in the Milwaukee Journal article shows the disparity. In order to show that that the stops are not based on race, okay. In order to show that the stops are not based on race, we would need to do a couple things. See, let me tell you what the numbers don't show. The numbers don't show whites who are not being stopped. For instance, if the MPD says, if we see people with broken taillights, broken headlights, whatever, we stop them. Okay. If we're going to say that the stops are not based on that, but they are based on race, we need to, in my view, do more analysis. We need to do one of two things. We need to either, just like with the Fair Housing Council and all that, when they do testing, we have 500 black drivers and white drivers, all with broken taillights and broken headlights, drive all around the city and see if they just stop the black drivers and don't stop the white drivers. Then we'll know that blacks are being treated differently than whites, for instance. Or we need anecdotal evidence of African Americans who are saying, I was driving down the street doing nothing. I didn't have a faulty headlight, tail light, anything, and I was just stopped for nothing. We need those types of anecdotal situations to show that, that this is what's occurring. My point is the data in and of itself shows a disparity, but I've explained, our basis for responding to it the way we did. So we oppose pretextual stops. I think there needs to be more analysis of the data in order to prove something more. Thank you.
Thank you.